Hi there guys, Tom here from Byte Reviewer. This time we're having a look at the Nexus 6P, which I know I'm a little late to, so let's get straight on with it. As this is a Nexus phone, we are looking at a fully loaded spec sheet. We've got the Snapdragon 810 octa-core, 3GB of RAM, a 3450 mAh battery, a variety of storage options, a quad HD screen, a 12 megapixel camera, an 8 megapixel front facing camera, and of course Android 6 Marshmallow. Now you may be wondering why it's called the 6P. In this case the P stands for premium, and in my opinion it really does live up to the name. We're surrounded by a cool aluminium body with chamfered edges, subtle antenna lines are tastefully placed, and the whole design feels nicely balanced, until you get to that camera hump, or visor as some are calling it. Now this hump contains an array of components such as the camera, NFC, flash, autofocus laser, and who knows what else, and it easily looks worse than it is. Looking at it from the side on, it's barely noticeable, and most of the time I actually forgot it was even there. The power button is nicely textured to differentiate itself from the volume keys, which is a nice addition, and they both have a good tactile and clicky response. A new addition to the Nexus line this year is the fingerprint scanner, which is devilishly fast, and just placing a finger on the button wakes and unlocks the device, which is great. Also, USB Type-C is here in its full glory, so expect fast data transfers and the very excellent quick charging. Not to mention that Quad HD AMOLED screen, which is simply gorgeous to look at. Colours pop off the screen in true AMOLED fashion, and the inky blacks are deep and convincing. Viewing angles are excellent, and there is no strange marine banding when the brightness is down like other devices. It's fair to say that Huawei nailed the screen on this one. So simply put, the Nexus 6P design is on point. Moving on to the software side of things, and the Nexus comes with the very latest in Android, or Marshmallow as it's currently called, and being a Nexus device it will be first in line for all Android future updates. So what's new in Marshmallow? Well, my favourite new feature is actually a passive one. Doze, as it's called, intelligently conserves your battery when the phone is idle, and only allows high priority apps to wake it. This is especially useful if you've left your phone on overnight and forgot to charge it. Expect to only lose around 2 to 4% of your battery or less. You can then combine this with a quick charging session in the morning, which could save your battery for the entire day. Another new feature is Google Now on Tap, which arguably is a little bit more exciting. On Tap is like having a small digital assistant. It scans your current screen and brings up any relevant information it can think of. So if you're talking to your friend about The Walking Dead, On Tap will give you the YouTube channel, Twitter accounts and trailers. Or if you're just scrolling through Twitter and want more information on an artist or a band, On Tap gives you Instagram links, Google Plus feeds, music videos and more. It's an interesting addition to Android, and I must confess I currently don't make much use of it. Sometimes you'll run into little inconsistencies as well. Keywords aren't picked up on some screens, but in others they are, which is a little strange. In terms of performance, there really is nothing to complain about. The Snapdragon 810 keeps things screaming along at a great pace, and I rarely saw any stuttering or lag. If you're into gaming, then it's all good news here too. Frame rates are high and loading times seem really short. It does heat up under a heavy load, but no more than other phones, and it's never uncomfortable to hold. Having stock Android as opposed to an OEM skin also helps keep things speedy. Pushing over to the camera, and I'm so happy to say that the camera in the 6P is excellent. Finally, a Nexus with some decent optics. It's quick to launch, quick to focus, and produces images that I'm pretty much always happy with. The 12 megapixel sensor does an excellent job of capturing detail, and the colours are accurate but do have a noticeable pop in saturation, which I quite like. You won't find any optical image stabilisation here, but that's okay. Low light images are handled well without getting too noisy. Auto HDR is also worth mentioning. I leave mine on all the time and it decides when to use it, usually delivering a decent result. Video footage also looks great and goes all the way to 4K if you want it to, and the 8 megapixel selfie camera is also great. It's nice and wide, and I actually appreciate the bump in megapixels for that added detail. So overall, yes, the 6P camera certainly stacks up to the iPhones and Galaxies out there. So summing up good points, you can't go wrong with stock Android, it's well designed and built, the fingerprint scanner is quick, and the camera has certainly upped its game. On the bad side, I was a little sad to see wireless charging go, and the camera hump might not be for everybody. It's a big thank you from me guys for watching this review, and if you've enjoyed it, why not pop a like and hit that subscribe button. I'll be seeing you in the next one.